How you doing, guys? It's Ryan here. Another quick update on the bike now. I know you just got that last one. I actually kind of forgot to upload it. That was like 2-3 days ago. But yeah, so the front end's done. Forks are all rebuilt. As you can see, they're no longer leaking. Steering stem bearings are all done, assembled. All my linkage bearings. I can't remember what was the update on the last one. But anyway, I don't know if I had that done at that point or not. But anyway, the linkage bearings are all done. Linkage, shock, and swing arm. New chain sprockets are on. The subframe is just kind of, see the bolt here? It's not tight. They're just sitting in there loosely because I still am tuning it and stuff with that carb. Still am having trouble with that aftermarket carb. I don't know what we're going to do. I have rebuilt it. I've rebuilt it to the exact factory settings. Like the exact number of turns out, the exact pilot jet, the exact leak down jet, the exact main jet, and the accelerator pump set all to factory OEM specs right out of the book, right out of the manual, and this thing still runs like shit. So anyhow, I don't know what our options are now. I have a feeling we're going to be looking on eBay for a good used Cayenne carburetor and get rid of this Chinese junk. Yeah. I did add one of these instead of having to turn the carburetor and adjust the fuel air with the screwdriver. I added one of these onto it where it's just a hand adjustment, which they should have had from factory. Once I do get it up and running right and whatnot, I'm going with the factory accelerator pump. I am going to put this Boising Quick Start 2 on it. Yeah, so like I said, I did have, so I had the carburetor rebuilt to factory specs right out of the manual. I figured that's where we're going to start with. That's a good baseline to start with. And it clearly wasn't. It ran like crap. So I've been back through that carburetor again, on and off, 4 or 5 more times with nothing, no changes. So there's obviously something wrong with the casting in the body of this carb. Either a hole is blocked off. I don't know, something more that the eye can't see, I've had it apart numerous times. And if you follow along since the first video, this is a beautiful Cayenne carburetor, the original carb that should have just came to me in the first place and been rebuilt, and this bike would have been long gone. But somebody decided who had no clue what they were doing and no business tearing into a carburetor. This is what they left the customer. They gave it back to her. Well, here, this is what kind of guy that did the work did. The petcock was leaking on the gas tank. Okay, so this is your on and off, your shut off for your fuel, on, off, or reserve. There's no reserve in this one. Okay, here, let me just show you what this is supposed to look like. Okay, guys, let's get the tank brought up here. Okay, you see that right there? That's your fuel petcock. Okay, that's a new one. $9 at the dealership, Yamaha dealership. $9 Canadian. Okay. Who in their right mind, and they had it in stock, okay? They had it right in stock. They pulled a tray out, there had to have been 30 of them in there. Who in their right mind would do this? It was leaking. Who would, you're not painting your living room. Who would do this, I'll tell you who. The same guy who wrecked this $1,500 Cayenne carburetor. Look at what he did to this. He mangled this. Look at he chewed up everything. Trying to pull this off with a pair of vice grips. See all the teeth marks? Like, couldn't even figure out how to put the carb back. unfortunately, I can't tell you who it was because the girl that owns the bike is a lot more respectful than me, because if it was me and I was in her situation, that guy's name would be blasted everywhere. But she won't tell me because I think she got, well, I don't think, I know she got taken for a ride. And anyone in their right mind that takes silicone, and silicone's a $9 petcock, and it still leaked, should not be working on a bike, let alone taking a $1,500 carburetor apart and mangling it and then giving it back to her and saying, oh, you need a new carb. And then suggests to her, well, they have this one on Amazon for $200. It's the cheapest one. I would buy it. You know? So I'm sitting here pulling my hair out countless hours trying to get it to run with this pile carburetor. So anyhow, what I do, well, I put an ad out on Marketplace and offering to pay somebody to remove their carburetor from their bike in my town, local. Remove their carburetor from their bike, bring it over here for a matter of a half an hour, 45 minutes. You could stay here. I'll bolt it on the bike and just see how it runs with that carburetor. Factory settings, just like this thing has. The exact same jettings, the exact everything. What happened? Well, I paid somebody to bring a carburetor over here. I put it on. The thing fired first kick, shut off. I kicked it over the second time, fired up, ran mint. Perfect. Didn't skip a beat. Throttle response, everything was all there. So, anyway, I'm not wasting any more time. I'm at the point now that I have 11 and a half hours of labor into this bike that I've not charged her for. I feel bad that she's been taken for, 2-3 rides prior to me getting this bike, and the sad part is one of them is actually our local Yamaha dealer. So our local Yamaha dealer here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, had this bike, went through it, and couldn't get it running. And gave it back to her, but they didn't forget to give her a bill either. So anyway, I capped this off at, I forget how many hours, 5.5 and 8 and 2, so 10, 15 and a half hours. At 15 and a half hours, I stopped marking my hours, and I think I was at 11 and a half hours past that now. So, free labor. So, I'm determined. I'll get this bike going. You guys will see it. I might add, on the end of this video, I might add in a little skit of it running with that piece of junk carb over there, but it might not. Anyway, so we know that's what it is, obviously. So, I mean, we got to bite the bullet. She has to bite the bullet. Unfortunately, we got to find a used Cayenne carburetor. Okay, so I'll keep you as posted as much as I can do. You might not see anything on this bike for another week, 2, but I promise you will see a little skit or a short little video at the end of it all when I do have it up and running good. Okay, but yeah, that's it, guys. Everything else is done. We did the steering stem bearings. I rebuilt bushings and seals in all the forks, oil seal, dust seal, chain, sprocket, swing arm bearings, shock bearings, linkage bearings. Oh, what else? Complete oil change, coolant flush, coolant change, new grips. There's more. I can't remember it all. Anyhow, yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, so like I said, no more time wasting on this carburetor. We're at the point that once I am done here with this video right now, I'm going to head in and get on eBay and start searching for a good carb. Okay. Thanks, guys. I just want to apologize to you guys. I'm sorry it's not saw related. it's just something I have for you right now that I work on. And not only do I work on saws, I do work on bikes and whatnot too. So, but I know my channel is saw based, and I'm really trying to push it that way to keep it just saw based. But when you don't have any footage, I figure this is better than nothing. So, what I want to do for you guys is in this bag right here. My buddy Morgan, that man is unreal. What a kind-hearted human being. Him and his wife both. Just one sec, guys. Yeah, what kind human beings both those people are, Morgan and his wife. I want to thank them both for their company. Two amazing, beautiful people. But getting back to this pipe, okay? So Morgan made me this Enterprise pipe on my 372. You guys all know that. Now, he didn't make that for me. Well, technically, he made it for me. But it's for... When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm giving away a brand new G372. Probably the Pro model. And I'm going to port it. And I'm going to put that Enterprise pipe on it. Now, I think... Well, Morgan gave me that pipe probably 4 or 5 months ago now. For that giveaway saw. But I've been stuck... You know, and it's my own fault. I've been stuck at this... You know, 70, not quite 800 subs, in between 7.5. Trying to hit that 1,000 so I can give away a G372 and put that Enterprise pipe on it. Thing is when I was talking to Morgan, once I put that Enterprise pipe on my 372, I was reluctant to give it away. I fell in love with it. I love the sound of it. I love the performance of it. I just love it all around. And I was pretty bummed out that I eventually had to give it away when I hit 1,000 subs. But Morgan said, well, I'll build you one, you know, and bring it down with you when I come to across Canada. So I told him I wanted one and that I would pay for it. And obviously, you know, the amount of time that goes into one of these is like, look at the fit and finish, guys, you know. Look at those flanges, split flanges, like just beautiful work. The amount of time that goes into them, well, you guys know if you've ever done any kind of MIG welding or metal fab work. And he MIG welds all those. He does have a TIG now. He's just starting out with his TIG. So, I mean, in the future, I imagine he'll be TIGging those. And that'll save on a lot of grinding and sanding work and whatnot. You know, once you get good with the TIG, you can lay dimes and the weld itself looks better not ground than it does ground. So I'm sure he'll be at that point very soon. The man picks up on stuff pretty quick. So anyway, yeah, so when I give that Enterprise pipe away, I'm going to have that UFO pipe for my 372. Now, what I'm going to do is when I do the giveaway, and I'm going to ask the winner of the giveaway which pipe they want, whether they want this UFO pipe or they want the Enterprise pipe. Because personally, this one here put out a little bit more gains. It was like 11% gains. That one was, I can't remember, for 9.5, whatever. Go to Dino Joe's channel. You can see it all there. But anyway, those little bit of the little bit of difference in gains between the two pipes doesn't matter to me, and I like both of them. So I'm gonna give the winner the choice whether he wants that pipe there or the Enterprise pipe. And also, Morgan is gonna be building my buddy Charles Briscoe. You guys all know him. He's gonna be building Charles a pipe too. Charles has been just ecstatic, like he's just so excited that he wants Morgan to build him a pipe so bad. So I'm really hoping that everything works out and Morgan or Charlie ends up getting one soon. Morgan's a busy man, just like all of us. So, but yeah. So thanks for sticking along this long with me, listening to me rambling on. Just a little update on this bike, a little update on this pile of scrap and a little update on some saw and pipe stuff. Okay, guys. I also want to inform you, I have a cousin who's a welder, a professional welder. Like, he's a welder fabricator for a profession. And me and him are, well, not me and him, but I'm kind of helping with measurements and design and whatnot. But we're working on building a pipe also. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be stainless steel, all TIG welded. It's going to be wild. So hopefully within, by the end of summer, we'll have that. You guys will be able to see that and hear it on the channel. That 660, like, still had a couple people message me about it and whatnot. I'm still kind of undecided I'm on the fence whether I should sell it or not. I don't use it much. I actually did have to use it on, what was that, Sunday or Monday? My neighbor came over and he had a tree company come in and cut down a big maple tree in his father's front yard. And they could only end up cutting so far down the tree until they eventually, even going all the way around with their saw, they couldn't. It was too big of a diameter. So they left just like a, 6 to 8 foot stick standing in their front yard. So I went there and looked after it with that big still. And that's where that thing shines, man. Wow, I stumped that thing pretty low, and I bet you it was anywhere from 45 to 55 inches across. And that thing eats pretty good, that 660. So it'd be nice to port it. I'd like to get it off to Charlie and get him to port it, but he's a busy man. But Charlie has a 661 that's ported, and that thing, it's an animal. But anyway, okay, guys. So yeah, once I get this 250F out of here and up and running, then we'll play around. We'll bolt that UFO pipe on my 372, play around with that, and then either maybe we're gonna tear that 660 apart, port it, or maybe I'll tear that my 372 apart and port it now that the warranty's up off it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, the comments, the love. I love replying to your comments. So if you have questions or you just want to chat, stop and say hi in the comment section. Send me an email. And share this with your friends, please, friends and family. Let's get to 1,000 subs, and then I'm gonna give a brand new G372, the Pro version or whatever, clone 370 Husqvarna 372 away. That's that black and white one, and we'll port it up and whatnot. So I really want to give one away, guys. Let's get my channel up to 1,000 subs. Help me out as much as you can. And it's going to go to one of the 1,000 subs. So you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of winning that saw. Okay. Thanks very much for staying with me this long. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. As always, cheers. Take care.